Okay, everyone. So I'm going to start again with introduction to joins. And as I was doing it last time, I'm going to go over it very quickly what an join is. So inner join, as you can see, as we did last time, the inner joins can be used as employee in short form E and inner join employee address as EA on employee ID of employee table, which was named as employee E, the abbreviation, and EA, which is the abbreviation of employee address in the with the employee ID column. So these are two different kinds of joins: one-to-one relationship, and another. Um, this is one-to-many, as you can see, one-to-one and one-to-many, and a customer can have many addresses, and the primary key site of a one-to-many relationship is denoted by a key symbol. The foreign key side of relationship is denoted by infinity symbol. So this is the same example that we did pretty much, but instead of the other things, they use order by, and order by is uh, using filters down the data by customer table, customer ID, and then after that customer address ID. um, this is many to many relationship, as you can see here. So this is a pretty very typical way of doing join, as you can see here. uh, I'm gonna give you do more examples of that right now, so you will see. So this is the inner join. An inner join is joined by between two different tables, and where the data match up, that's where the information is shown. uh, I'll give you an example. For example, if a value is null in one of these tables and or in this table, then it will not show up. The values have to match up. It will be hard to explain, just so it will be uh, both the values have to equal. uh, So customer ID, both customer IDs have to have a value in them, and if one of them has null, then it will not show up. So that's what it means. So, and then there is left outer join. Left outer join is done in a very similar fashion, but it's instead of inner join, you just write down left inner join. All what that means is that all the information that is on the left side of the table is shown instead of what is in the middle, what it equals. So all the information that has all the null values included in the left side of the table will be shown. So it will not be, on the other hand, right hand side values will not be uh, given any result because of that. Known all the null values. So, and this is how a left and outer join looks like. So this is another example of self join. So let's just start doing the exercises very quickly, so you get an idea of what I'm saying. Um, okay, so this lesson is all on inner join. And let's begin with an example here. uh, Select product vendor. So I'm using product vendor table. I need a column called vendor ID, comma, I'm using product table. I need a column product ID and name from product vendor table. Inner join. Now I'm going to do inner join on product vendor equals product. Okay, so so these are the two tables I'm going to use, and I'm going to say which column needs to be joined with. So product vendor and product column. So product ID column needs to be joined with product stable product ID. Here it is. So when I run that, it should give me a result that is joining both the tables on product ID and product vendor uh, ID. So both of them are joined. Let's see here, where am I doing this wrong? Product name is fine. Product vendor product. So inner join product, I missed that. Okay, so now I see product vendor inner join with uh, product on product IDs, column of product vendor table and product ID from product table. So these are the joins that occur in both the with both the tables. I can also do top 10 of the products. Instead of me getting all this result, I can do top 10 product ID. And then I get top 10 results. I can also do order by function here, order by, which will give me vendor ID and I had executed just orders by vendor ID 1 2 3 4 5. So as I was showing you the left inner join, and I'm gonna do left inner join now, left outer join, my bad, left outer join. So to give you an example of left outer join, I do select contact. Once again, I'm using contact table and I'm looking at last name, and then I'm also looking at sales order header, sales order ID. I'm looking in contact table, and I'm using left outer join now. Left outer join means all the values of table called contact will show up no matter what. So left outer join, sales order header. So I have joined contact table with sales order header on contact ID equals sales order header dot contact ID. So both of these tables have contact ID in them, and I'm just joining contact ID to sales contact table and sales order ID header contact ID. So I'm joining both of these table, and now when I hit execute, all the values that have contact information will show up. So now I'm getting let me show you 32,318 results here. Now let's just say, for example, I was to do right outer join. In this case, right outer join will give me all the values of sales order header. Oops, okay, I shouldn't have highlighted that. So now I get all the values that have sales order ID number for sure. And now I might have, or I might not have last name blank. Let's see. It might be, it might not be. So that is left or right outer join. So left outer join is the left of the query, and right is right table of the query wherever it is written. So it does not, it can be either or, whichever you choose. So in this case, to include, I'm reading this, it says to include all customers regardless if they made an error, use a left outer join. So no matter what, left or right, it will give you a result of the value in the left of the table, even if it is left blank or if there is an error, anything like that. So self join is also similar to inner join. Inner join and self join are pretty much uh, written in this format, inner join. The words do not matter, but inner join is self join. Um, so let's say, so self join is said to be a table can be joined to itself in a self join. For example, you can use a self join to find employees and the managers. Because the query involves a join of the employee table with itself, the employee table appears in two roles. To distinguish these roles, you must give employee table two different aliases, E1 and 22. So this is one example that I'm going to do with you. This says that E1, so this is an alias that we used in previous lesson, E1 manager ID as manager ID. E2, so the dot that I'm using means as. You can use it means as. So E2 as employee ID, uh, employee ID. I'm going to write that down. And then I'm just saying that what E1 means from employee table, and I'm going to name this as E1 inner join employee E2 on E2 dot manager ID. So now in this case I have employee to manager ID join with employee 1 employee ID. So note that I do not have to write the table name again. I can just use aliases, and that makes my life a lot easier, and it is so much easier to read without using all the table names. And I hit run, it should work. Yep. So as you can see, I get all the null values also. Manager ID and employee ID. So if I would have done, let's say, write outer join, I will not get those values, null values. Let me try left. Okay, never mind. I guess I was wrong with that, but it does give me all the values. Left outer join or right outer join, it does not matter, but right outer join does give me a different value. Um, so right now I'm getting 532 rows, right? And then after, if I do right outer join, it gives me 290 rows. So there's a difference. And let me do, I'm gonna do one more with inner join, and let's see here which one is a good example I'm looking at. So pretty much that is it with inner join or right outer join. uh, I can go back and show you uh, what right and left outer join means so again. So let's see. All right, so let's see. So left outer join, this join returns all the values from the left table in conjunction with the matching rows from the right table. If there are no columns matching in the right table, it returns null values. Another item to keep in mind is that left and right outer join logic is opposite of one another. So you can change either the order of the table in the specific join statement or change the join from left to right or vice versa and get the same results. So it just means that the values have to be matching, or it will not give me the result. And like you saw, that I can do either left or right join. So let me give you another example of join, which is okay. So this one is a little bit more um, complex. We add another C contact ID and C last name. And now what we add is another syntax. It says count syntax, count as sales order ID, as order ID from contact table, and I'll name that table as C, and I will inner join that table with, you probably can guess that, sales order header. On, so I'm going to name that as S, and on it will be C contact ID with sales order header, sorry, which was S, sales order header, S contact ID. And just by doing that, I have joined the tables. So now let me, okay, so I'm gonna delete this so that, okay, so let's see, sales order ID, it should give me, here it is. Okay, contact looks good. It should run. um, so select C as contact ID, C as contact ID, C as last name, count as sales order ID, as order ID, and then from contact, I should not use this dot here, that's why I'm getting an error. Okay, so still getting an error. Let's see where C is contact ID. Let me do group by. Let's see if that will change anything. Group by C last name with C contact ID. Yep, I think that's what it was missing. It was missing a group by function because it didn't know what to put it together with. Uh, so it needed a group by function. So it says select and as select contact ID from contact table and last name, count all the sales order ID as order ID, and that's where you needed contact ID to be grouped uh, and last name to be grouped. So I have put together contact table with sales order header, uh, and I think that should clear things up a little bit more. When you are using inner join, you are using contact table, then you're naming the alias with inner join, then table name, giving that an alias, and then you are telling which columns to be joined by, before you give the before that you give the table name. So both of them needs to be in order to make sure that this works. Alright, so this was a lesson on inner join. I hope you found this to be useful. Thank you for watching.